Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Toast. Today we're doing a very special episode. I'm joined today by the maker of the game you see in front of you. This is Tegan Valo.
Hello, this is Ultimate Zeldo Legend.
The first thing that kind of pops out to me right now is this music is incredible.
Yeah, I spent several months in the studio recording this, getting it just right, adjusting all the levels, getting just the right amount of white noise in the background.
That's good.
I can hear. I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, it really comes through. The texture of your sound is
yeah.
great.
Oh,
so we have some story here. So
should I or do you want to read it?
Why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so Zelda and Lonk were born the Lemon Lime twins. They were born unto the proud King Highland. From youth, they delighted in playing with their proficient wood stabs that they would practice with, and eventually they became skilled in the ancient art of attack-style spinning. So now, unfortunately, a rift has formed between them. Now the twins must fight one another. They've turned once friends and allies and brothers and twins in Lemon and Lime. They now are enemies fighting for the magic shards of the Triple Forge.
The Triple Forge.
The Triple Forge, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You can ignore this how to play text because that's set up for the keyboard controls. This version we're playing with controllers.
So for the viewers, I'm yellow, so that means I'm lemon.
And I'm lime. So the idea of the game is a little two-player sort of arena fighter thing where you hold a button to charge up your spin attack, and then you slam into your opponent, and the goal is to try and knock them out of the arena.
Oh.
Like so.
Lonk, you beat me.
Yeah. If nobody has fallen out within 30 seconds, then the winner is whoever collected the most of the Triple Forge shards, which are the little triangles that pop up, which also automatically put you up to maximum spin speed.
I see.
Yes.
I see that.
And also the speed that you can move is proportional to how fast you're spinning as well.
Oh, you're destroying me. I mean, as is, fair, you did make the game.
I did make the game. There's two maps. There's this basic dungeon surrounded by lava thing, and then there's the Lost Woods map. Sorry, the hidden tree place.
The hidden tree place.
The
yes.
hidden tree place.
You can't say Lost Woods, can you?
Highlands hidden tree place.
So I'm curious about where you've drawn some of the assets for this game.
All original characters.
All original
All
characters.
Original characters.
So those tree stumps that look startlingly like they come from a cherished childhood game.
Yeah, no, they have a very different tint to the ones that you may have encountered in your childhood game.
So was it you? Did you make this art?
Yeah. Well.
Oh my God.
Depends how you define make.
All right.
I guess people are probably wondering why this exists at this point. The reason this exists is because there was a game jam that took place. Oh, you almost got me.
What?
Slipped right through there.
Oh, juked me.
There's a game jam around last September, October or so, I think. And the title of the jam was Duplicade. And the idea behind the jam was that all the games submitted to it had to be basically a cheap knockoff of an existing franchise.
Oh, okay.
Sort of like a Chinese knockoff or something that you might find in one of those 30-in-1 multi-game carts back in the day.
I remember those carts very well.
Hey, you won
That's
one.
What's up.
Yeah. And the other stipulation of the jam was it had to be a two-player multiplayer game that can be played on a single keyboard and have matches that are over in 30 seconds or less.
I like that. That keeps it kind of simple and engaging. I think there's a big movement to make media shorter nowadays, and
especially games, I think.
Especially games.
Yeah.
And keeping things short, I think it makes the game more playable, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's not playable.
I think
very
it's
playable.
maybe a little different for multiplayer games in some cases. Maybe 30 seconds is a little excessive. But definitely in single player games, I'm all about shortening the length of narrative campaigns in games.
Right.
It's I don't have time to play 50-hour JRPGs anymore.
But you wish you did.
Sorta. I don't know.
I kind of.
I guess if I had all the time in the world, sure, I'd love to play Xenoblade Chronicles X or something. The other thing that I should point out about this game is it is running at 240 by 256, the actual resolution that the NES outputted at.
Oh, excellent.
Because it is a real NES game. Not actually.
It's very authentic.
Yeah, yes. So there's a little bit of strategy to it. If you because when you hit A to charge, you hold still, so you can sort of try and aim your sword out when you're charging up.
It pushes them away.
Yeah, it's sort of like putting a shield up. Because unfortunately, I didn't have the budget or the time to have put in a shield technology in this game. So I may do as all great indie developers do, just make the shield or make the sword the shield.
Make the sword the shield.
Hold it straight out. That's
the
your
best
shield.
defense is
A good offense.
as they say in the army, in the war. But I fought in the war. No.
Oh, could we have our first timeout here?
Did you just say Zelda music?
I did just say Zelda music, yeah. I probably should have said Zeldo music.
It happened very quick.
Get out of there.
Oh, 1 second left. No.
1 second on the clock. Get wrecked.
So once we get past the screen, it tracks wins up top, and that's really cool.
Yeah. 2 to 9, long sup. Wonder why.
I like that you can move without spinning, though.
Yes, very slowly.
Very
I also
slowly.
like that the perspective makes no sense.
No, it really doesn't.
This is like top down, but we're like spinning.
So
As
right
if
there,
we're-
you just picked up a shard, and I bumped into you, and you seem to have no shard spin available.
Did that what happened? I wasn't really watching.
Oh, it's okay. I was
but-
watching.
That might be what happened. There's probably some glitches and bugs in here.
Are they glitches
or
and
maybe
bugs?
or maybe
Intentional
strats.
mechanics? I don't know.
Maybe they're strategies. Oh, so that time we tied a number of shards, so it's just a tie. Zelda and Lonk must spin again.
Oh, okay. Very, very cool. So, I used 48 hours, you said?
This one was not 48 hours. This was over the course of like a month, but I did not work on it consistently for a month. As maybe you could guess, this took less than a month's work.
I might have taken a little bit of a guess there,
yeah.
but I really don't know what makes going into games. I fiddled around with Unreal Engine for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. This was made in Game Maker, which is a good place to start, I'd say, for game development in general. It's very powerful, but also like very user-friendly. You can do quite a bit of stuff without having to code at all in Game Maker. But you'll definitely want to learn at least the basics of general programming rules to be able to do much with it.
So, what kind of games have I seen that I know? What games do I know from Game Maker that have been made in Game Maker?
Probably the biggest one I know is Hotline Miami.
Really?
Yep, 1 and 2 I believe were both made in Game Maker.
Really?
Yeah. What else?
That's huge.
Yeah, that's a big one. There's a game called Gunpoint, I believe, was made in Game Maker. I think that's like an Adult Swim game. It's kind of a funny stealth kind of puzzle game.
Okay.
Sorry, just the whistling.
The whistling is a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit distracting. Also, once we get back to that map, gotta make sure everybody fully appreciates the tiling on the grass in that map.
Oh yeah, well, you'll apparently get like 12 more wins on me, and probably. Here we go.
So just, I didn't want to just directly rip it from any classic childhood games that you might remember.
Right.
I'm not saying which ones they might be from.
No, I mean, why would you?
So I made it my own. I took those flower and grass sprites and just like, sort of stretched them out a bit, made them all different colors. So it's totally unrecognizable now. You'd never know that that's from a classic childhood game. Same with those fire slugs in the middle.
Those are slugs.
Yeah, you might recognize those from a classic N64 childhood game.
Oh,
from a certain fire temple.
I looked at those and I thought they were like volcanoes or something.
No, those are the fire slugs from a game that might rhyme with Schmockarina of Limes.
Okay, Schmockarina of Limes, classic game.
Just an image of their 3D model, just low-resed down to fit on this 240 by 256 screen.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of work went in this title screen as well. There used to be like a little waterfall down there to the right of the twins that you can see just became a yellow void in the sky there.
This is the best kind of void. I love it feels good when you bump into someone. It makes a good sound there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also, much like the sound, entirely done with my voice.
That's good.
Yeah.
So this entire soundtrack was just you. I wasn't aware we were gonna have a live performance there. I was a little taken aback.
Yeah. We could just turn the volume off,
and then you could just go. I mean, we won't do that, but
no,
it's good to know
I don't want to do that either.
that we could do that.
Yeah, and when the swords clink together, that's I believe I just took a knife onto like a glass of water or something.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think it's very
Gotta get
enterprising of you to create a very unique soundtrack. So this is Ultimate Zeldo Legend. Tegan Valo is our resident in-house dev right now, who we are talking to.
Yes.
You can find this game. I'll put a link below in the description, but also you can find it on itch.io.
Yes, I believe it's itch.io/Tegan-Valo.
Yeah, and it'll be in the link below, and you can check out some Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, hopefully by the time you upload this, I'll have fixed the version of this that's on my website, so it does have both keyboard and controller support in it. I think it is more fun to play with controllers, but if you like, you can also share a keyboard and have like one person on arrow keys and spacebar, and then the other person on WASD. Or no, arrow keys and enter, and the other person on WASD and space.
That's great.
Yeah.
Before we go, I wonder if you're planning on taking this idea anywhere and developing more. It doesn't have to be, maybe not in the Ultimate Zelda Legend universe, but this kind of spin to win, knock them out of the arena kind of model. I wonder if you have any plans for that in the future.
Perhaps. I have a friend of mine who has for a long time been saying he was going to make another map for this, so maybe be on the lookout for, if nothing else, a third map with, of course, a third beautiful soundtrack.
Right.
For this game. As far as the spin to win concept, not so sure. I did like kind of 2 multiplayer games in a row, this and another one that I believe will be showing off soon. So right now, multiplayer is not really my focus. I'm trying to make some other stuff now.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's as odd as it may sound, this is probably my most like complete game. It's like I don't really feel like there's anything missing from this. It is what it is, and it's fun for about 5 minutes, and it's fun to laugh at the first time you see all the maps and the story text. So.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Link down below. This is Tegan Valo. I'm Toast. This is Ultimate Zelda Legend. No, thank you. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.